Roman Reigns wins the 2026 Royal Rumble, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That was my pick. That was your pick. It seemed like it was time for Roman to get another win, but we speculated back and forth. There's lots of ways that he could go, Andy. Who would he choose? We find out earlier today that he's advertised for Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia, which, I mean, I don't think either of us really expected. And it just so happens that it was the main event segment of the show. Now, of course, Roman Reigns is going to be on the show. He's going to be the main event, right, Andy? And it just so happens that, as you mentioned in the intro, we got the face-to-face with CM Punk. Then we get the announcement at the end of this incredible promo back and forth, Andy. These two just lighting each other up with shots, which, if this match was going to happen, I thought we would get these bits and pieces along the way. No. They're firing all shots tonight. And Roman Reigns, Andy, declares that he is going to battle CM Punk at WrestleMania. Holy cow. This, as they say in the business, this is box office. This is what WWE wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the biggest option for them right now.
Yes.
I mean, again, if you're not going to get The Rock to come in to do the Rock Roman match finally, this is probably the next best solution. Because again, I don't think we really want to run back Roman and Cody right now. I think that needs to be saved for a later date. Seth is off doing other stuff and injured. I think, again, this is the perfect opportunity to pull the trigger on having CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, a match that we've been wanting to see since Punk came back.
Yes.
And we've seen them interact several times, technically been in a match together, but we've been waiting for that one-on-one, and for it to happen at Mania, both matches happening at WrestleMania, I think is absolutely a brilliant decision. And, you know, as more than likely, I'd be shocked if anything else is going to take night 2 main event away from this match.
Absolutely not. You could put Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu in a fatal 4-way, probably put it in a Hell in a Cell, and this is still going to main event night number 2 of WrestleMania. I'm just sorry, Cody. I know Cody is all about, he's like, yeah, a WrestleMania night 1 main event is cool, but I always want to be night 2. Sorry, buddy. You ain't getting it this year.
Not this year.
It's not happening this year. This is Roman Reigns all day long, as it should be, Andy, because Roman Reigns, let's be honest, he wrestled like 4 matches last year at best, and he's lost 3 WrestleManias in a row. This would be 3 in a row if he lost upcoming in Vegas at 42, because he lost to 41 and he lost to Cody at 40. I'm not asking you to pick a winner right now. That stat just came to me, and I'm thinking, I just don't see a world where Roman loses 3 WrestleManias in a row, especially in this situation. But I don't know, Andy. I'm going to tell you right now. For you people that tune into the show all the time, I have lots of notes. You can't read my chicken scratch on my screen, but I will tell you, all of my notes say, what if Roman does this? What if Roman picks that? It literally says right here, Andy, he could wait until after Elimination Chamber to pick. He didn't wait till after Elimination Chamber, Andy. So I'm not asking you to pinpoint what's going to happen. We've got 2.5 months before WrestleMania. What are we going to do here between Roman and Punk?
Well, I think Chamber being in Chicago, Punk is more than likely going to have a match. And it's probably going to be the rematch between him and Finn.
Okay.
If I had to guess anything. And then post-match, probably get something with Roman, whether it's physical, whether it's just another promo back and forth between the two, whether it's just Roman, coming out and flaunting, or I don't know what's going to happen. But I do think we are going to get another match between Punk and Balor because of the fact that he called him out before digging into Roman. So I think that was done intentionally to set up that down the line, probably the in-between between now and between Mania. But then again, we're not going to see Roman a whole lot between now and Mania, probably. Okay. So This is what's so frustrating about having a part-timer being the main event of WrestleMania is now you're leaving it up, which you're leaving it up to probably the best guy in the world to do it, but you're leaving to one guy to build the match over 2 months by himself.
Yep.
Again, Punk's probably the best guy on the roster to do that, but it's not. I don't know. It just doesn't feel the best way to handle it. It feels like if you're going to be at Mania, you need to kind of be there. Not saying every week, but you need to be there more than you're not there.
Yep.
Especially if you're going to be the main event. So I think that's my only big concern about all of this is, what's going to happen. One of the things I do love that they're kind of pointing at is Roman blaming Punk for the hate that Roman got because of the Colt Cabana podcast. Like, I think that was a really good again, that may be true, that may not be true. Like, I think that was part of it, but I think it was just the booking for Roman as a whole that went into it. But I like that they're, in Roman's mind, it's Punk's fault. Like, it's all Punk's fault that happened. So I think that bringing that around into the story, I think, was absolutely brilliant.
I mean, like I said in the intro of this show, man, they were firing their best shots tonight at each other. And I think that was probably done intentionally for us to say, okay, this is as big a match as we want it to be. These two guys can talk you into your seats and it's going to be fantastic. I mean, you brought up the Cabana pod. The Zebros got brought up. Punk saying that Roman was just a visitor on his show. Like, they're just going back and forth with these incredible one-liners. And you're right. Roman blames Punk for the hatred that he got, which goes to show you, Andy, these guys are top-notch performers. You said probably the best in the world to be able to handle this for 2 months, but I would argue that it's so much more than that. They proved tonight that Roman and Punk, we don't need to see heel versus babyface. We just need to see Joe versus Phil, Roman versus Punk, and just that's the match. Like, that's it. And they proved tonight, Andy, why this is the best choice for a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to establish the lines here because the lines are blurred for a reason.
Yep.
And so I think that, again, is another thing that they can play into.
Yep.
And so, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. If he went after Drew, I mean, it's clear who's the babyface, who's the heel. For this one, like, it's flip the coin that night. People are going to be on both sides. It's going to be split right down the middle. So why not play into both characters? Like, just let both characters be themselves, and it'll do what it needs to do.
If you're watching live with us on YouTube, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Drop your comments, drop your questions. City Kitty, I see you in there, and I'm saving this comment because I was trying so hard not to laugh out loud. She says, I need a job where I roll in 15 minutes before quit time, talk for 10, and collect my millions. I mean, my goodness. Let's go. I mean, she's right. She's so
and
right.
Only work like 10 days out of the year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she's got another one here. Oh, this is good. I want to hear CM Punk call Roman Average Joe. Listen, it's coming. It's coming.
I mean, when back in AEW, when he cut that promo on Eddie, he said, "You're the third best Eddie I know and the second best Kingston I know." A Samoa Joe reference is absolutely getting brought up at some point of him saying Samoa Joe's better or something like that. That is absolutely getting called up at some point.
I mean, Roman dropping some language that they didn't bleep out. I mean, I assume that AEW is going to get, if Cabana got brought up in the first promo,
everything's up.
AEW is getting brought up, whole 9 yards. I did think it was hilarious when Roman started the promo that he poked fun at the Philly reaction to his Rumble win, which that's all. Did
you hear Cole on commentary laugh too?
Yes, I did. That was so funny. Man, I did not expect when we were starting this podcast tonight, I did not expect to have 2.5 months to sit here and think about what this Roman versus Punk match would look like for Vegas. It's the one that I picked, and you're not opposed to it, obviously. But you saw the other side. I'm almost at a loss for words already that we've already gotten this. We know we said it. There's not a match you could put Cody Rhodes in besides The Rock, and I don't think that's going to happen, that could steal the main event of WrestleMania, like Roman Reigns and like CM Punk. It's going to be incredible, dude. I cannot wait. If we're looking ahead, I know we said we're not fantasy booking anything and we're not trying to pick how this is going to go, because we are literally instantly reacting to this. Like, this is in real time. I tend to think that Punk will face Balor at some point, but I could see them doing the contract signing at Elimination Chamber in Chicago between Punk and Roman, so that you can advertise Roman for the show versus just having him confront CM Punk maybe out of nowhere. But then again, Rock wasn't advertised for Bad Blood in Atlanta, and that was a huge reaction at the end of that show. So I guess you never know.
Or, I mean, listen, even you could put in Roman to be like the special guest referee or enforcer for Balor and Punk, to where, you know, he can do, because he's got history with both guys. I mean, he's got a lot of history with both guys, so I think that would be an option too. I do like having the contract signing at Elimination Chamber, just because, I mean, that crowd's going to be extremely pro Punk, anti Roman, and I think that's what they want for that moment. Especially for him, like, to put Punk through a table, to do, like, you know, to rip the bracelet off if he wanted to. Like, there's so many different options that they can do if they do a contract signing at Chamber. But again, we've got 2 months to build this, and that's, you know, if you're going to announce it this early, you better have had a plan in place to get us to Mania. Otherwise, no matter how big these two guys are, you could really drag this thing out to where by the time we get to Mania, people are like, we were excited for this, and now we kind of don't care about it. Like, let's get there.
Let me ask you this. Again, this is on the fly. Didn't plan any of this. You saw my show notes, and this is not in it. I'm going to ask you anyway, though. We didn't really touch on Saturday. By the way, we did a post Royal Rumble reaction. It's live on our channel. Go check it out if you missed it. Lots of you tuned in. We had a whole lot of fun with conversations after the Royal Rumble. Go back and check that out if you haven't already. Andy, we didn't really touch on Roman and Jay. We did a little bit, but we didn't really touch on exactly, you know, Roman told him to run it back. Then he punched him in the face. Then they worked together. And then Jay tried to eliminate Roman, and Roman eliminated Jay. So let me ask you this. How do you think, because the last time we really saw Roman Reigns is what's on your screen here, where he was saving Jay, not really Jimmy, saving Jay from, I think, the Vision at this point. We haven't really seen a lot of interaction between Roman and Jay since this moment. How do you think Jay factors into this, or does he in any way, shape, or form, as Roman is on this road to face CM Punk?
I think he'll factor. I think both him and Jimmy, and Paul Heyman probably will factor into the story some way, somehow, just because of the history between, obviously, Jay and Roman, but also Jay and Punk. Like, they have a history together too on Raw.
That's
so
Punk beat for the championship.
Right. So I think I think you could have Roman going to Jay and being like, listen, you know, be in my corner. You can do this. Like, I want you back in this. Punk could be going, you know, warning him not to get involved, whatever the case is. And I do think when Punk brought up Roman's family tonight, Roman had a very his reaction was for a reason. I think the family is going to be brought back into this again down the line. I don't know if they'll get involved. I mean, listen, if you want to there's a lot of rumors that Jey Uso turns heel. Why not turn him heel at WrestleMania? Have him cost Roman. Have him get involved in spear Roman, or super kick him, or throw him out, or you know, whatever the case is. I think there is an avenue where that could be a possibility. Again, if this is a Bloodline rules match, if Jay comes out, is he Team Roman or is he Team Punk? Like, that's an option as well. So I think he will get involved, but I don't know in what capacity he could get involved in yet.
We'll have to see. It's one of those things where that's one of those stories where it's like, man, that has so many legs. You often have said the Bloodline story was about Jey Uso anyway. So that has so many legs and just so many ways that you can factor Jimmy and Jay and Even
Even Sammy.
Even Sammy, even Solo, even Jacob, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
There's lots of branches to the bloodline family tree that you can work into this. All that to say, though, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, the main event of WrestleMania 42